have no choice but to break girl code. My best friend Ava and I had been roommates for almost 4 years. She was the kind of person who remembered everyone's birthdays, rescued stray cats, and somehow made friends with every cashier she met, which is why I knew something was wrong when she started locking her bedroom door. Ava never locked anything. Then the packages started arriving. Small boxes from jewelry stores, a fancy watch, a necklace, a pair of diamond earrings. I accidentally saw one of the receipts sitting on the kitchen counter. $12,000. Another one was over $8,000. I almost choked on my coffee. Ava was a middle school teacher. She could barely afford rent. A week later, I noticed she wasn't eating much. She kept saying she'd already had dinner, but the fridge was empty. Then I saw her selling things online. Her guitar, her television, even the antique bracelet her grandmother had left her. I asked if she was in trouble. She smiled and said she was sorting some stuff out. I didn't believe her. One night, I came home early and heard her crying in her room. Not regular crying, the kind where someone is trying desperately not to make any noise. The next morning, she had puffy eyes and pretended everything was fine. Then I found the envelope. It had fallen out of her backpack onto the living room floor. I wasn't trying to snoop. I picked it up to put it back. That's when I saw the hospital logo and one sentence. Estimated cost of surgery, $187,000. My stomach dropped. That night, I followed her. She drove to the hospital and disappeared inside. I waited nearly 2 hours. When she came out, she looked exhausted. I finally confronted her. Ava, what's going on? She froze. Then she whispered, please don't ask. I refused to let it go. Finally, she broke. My little brother needs a heart transplant. I just stared at her. She'd never even mentioned a brother. She explained that her half-brother Noah was only 11. They hadn't grown up together. But after their father died, she'd become the only family he had. Insurance covered part of the treatment, but not enough. The surgery had to happen soon. So she'd been selling everything she owned. The jewelry, inherited from her grandmother. The watch, her dad's. The bracelet, the last gift her mom ever gave her. I asked why she hadn't told anyone. She looked down. Because I don't want people feeling sorry for me. What about your boyfriend? He already has student loans. I can't ask him for that. Then she grabbed my hand. Promise me you won't tell anyone. I promised. For exactly one night. I didn't sleep at all. I kept thinking about an 11-year-old boy waiting for a heart while my best friend tried to save him completely alone. The next morning, I broke the code. I called her boyfriend, then her coworkers, then every friend I could think of. I created an online fundraiser. I posted pictures. I shared Noah's story. Within hours, people started donating. $20, $50, $500. By the end of the week, local businesses were holding bake sales and charity events. The middle school where Ava taught organized a carnival. Former students sent handwritten cards with $5 bills taped inside. One elderly woman donated her entire month's bingo winnings. A local news station picked up the story. Then something unbelievable happened. A man from another state called. He'd received a heart transplant 15 years earlier. He said, some stranger saved my life once. I'd like to return the favor. He donated $50,000. 3 weeks later, we had enough money. Actually, we had more than enough. Ava was furious with me at first. She wouldn't even look at me. You promised, she said. I know. You broke my trust. I know. Then she started crying because the hospital had just called. A matching donor heart had been found. The surgery was scheduled for the next morning. Noah survived. He's 12 now. Healthy, loud, and completely obsessed with soccer. Last month, he gave a speech at school about heroes. He didn't mention the surgeons, or the donors, or the fundraiser. He pointed at me and Ava sitting in the audience and said, my sister tried to save me by herself. Her best friend wouldn't let her. Ava still jokes that I'm terrible at keeping secrets. I tell her she's right. Because sometimes loyalty means keeping a promise. And sometimes it means being willing to lose a friend for one day so they can keep their family for a lifetime.